Hey, welcome back to the Quick Slants Football Show. I'm your host Ryan with my fellow co-host Ben
Right.
and Devin. How's it going, guys?
Yo, yo, yo.
Own.
Yeah, how you guys feeling? First Lions playoff win of our lives, pretty much. So, of mine at least, and Devin's for sure. Um, Pretty exciting stuff. How you guys feeling? It's been about 2 days. Ben, you still excited? You look excited, dude.
I mean, I don't know, man. I
Yeah,
guess.
okay. Is this you don't not want to celebrate this as much as everyone else is excited? Just want to move on?
Yeah.
Okay. Devin,
I
where
think
you
we
where
got a
you
real
at?
shot now, and I'm kind of getting excited.
Yeah, yep. It's all out in front of us, which is exciting. But yeah, I mean we got this one, which is the elusive one for us at least. So it is exciting, and it's exciting that we get another home game. But yeah, we can kind of go over the game. So the Detroit Lions beat the LA Rams 24-23 in a close game, an exciting game. It's kind of cool you see two offenses going at it in the first half and then kind of two defensive battles, the second half. So that was kind of cool to see like the difference I was listening to something earlier and they were talking about like the yin and yang of football. You get to see like the offenses go at it and then the defenses make adjustments and then the defenses go at it. It's kind of interesting. So um yeah, I mean, Goff, he beat his old team. I think that was a big thing. A lot of people focused on the Stafford side of things. He went 22 for 27 and one, no turnovers. Almost had a turnover. I know Devin. I don't know if you want to touch on it. I think it was
Sure.
Brock Wright made a pretty heads-up play on that fumble slash throw backwards. I know you mentioned it during the game.
Yeah, he Jared Goff kind of got a little rattled, kind of trying to make something happen. I feel like every one of his turnovers is that.
Yeah, doing too much.
Well, yeah, you could say definitely doing too much, but like that play. But I do appreciate like the extra effort. Like he's trying to make something happen. You know, it's not like
Yeah.
he's just making a sort of a bad read. I mean, sometimes it is, but yeah, he tossed it back, tried to make a play, it fumbled. Brock Wright hopped on it rather than trying to scoop it up and run like most people do. So, little things like that, man, that are difference makers in games.
Yeah.
True. Don't
Little
trip over
things.
yourself trying to run the ball, Jared Goff.
I thought he meant Stafford when he.
Yeah, Stafford tripped over himself dropping back.
No, that was the ghost of what was the
shot
quarterback with the curse?
Bobby Lane.
It was the curse of Bobby
Wow.
Lane, and it came and he tripped him, and it was like, there it is, and then he floated away. And the curse is gone.
Yeah, shout out Ford Field for that sack.
Shout out Ford Field. I don't remember who got exactly credited with it. Someone, probably Hutch.
Because whoever touches him.
I think it was Hutch. I think it
Yeah.
was Hutch.
Because they said he had 2 sacks that game, and I'm like, no,
Right.
he didn't.
Fire. Sun God Amon Ra had 7 catches for 110. Josh
Can you
Reynolds,
talk about how he's an absolute dog?
Dog,
dude,
bro.
underrated dog too. I
Like low
saw
key.
a thing. It was like RG3 and so Michael Irvin. They each drafted 5 receivers. Neither of them drafted him. And this is like a week ago or like a couple days ago. Like
That's what I'm
it just
saying.
blows my
He made the
mind.
All-Pro team though, right?
Yeah, but not the Pro
Good,
Bowl.
because the Pro
All
Bowl
Pro teams.
is like the fucking fan vote
Yeah.
bullshit, but the All-Pro team is like the real shit.
We
The
failed,
players?
boys. We failed. It's all right, though.
What?
We failed?
He said,
Are we not recording?
Yeah, he said fucking bullshit.
Who did?
Is it bad?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Ah,
You made it 3 minutes and 38 seconds. It was good,
That's
bro. It
pretty
was a good
good, man.
run.
Let's try to beat that next week.
Yeah.
Oh
my
well,
bad.
dude.
I just
Just
thought that
throw
was
in like
funny.
a really long intro at the
It was
beginning
funny.
of
It
the
was
video.
like you finished your sentence, like you finished saying what you were going to say, and then you just added fucking bullshit at the end.
For no reason.
Cut it out, dude. Just clip that audio real quick.
I'm not
what's the,
clipping
like,
nothing.
What's a swear
Send
word?
it to
I'm
Nick.
telling you, just put like a bunch of Dan Campbell speech cut ups. I don't think you can do that. It's probably against the rules.
It'd be lit, bro. I just have
right at
cut
the
out
front of the
us
thing.
talking. I just play that. Dude, I've been
Every
watching
week.
so much like old Lions like things like from when we sucked when we were 3-13 and then like the 0-8 start or whatever.
That's the process type of deal when he was
Yeah.
talking and
Dan Campbell, Jared Goff, and all these guys, bro.
It's great too
Yes.
because with us being on Hard Knocks last year, there's a lot of it.
In 3 seasons, Amon-Ra has 3,588 yards and 21 touchdowns.
He's gonna get paid. For sure.
Like I don't know, man. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
But
We
yeah,
we better pay him. I mean, I don't know.
I
who
think there's
else.
something. I think they're working on something because I was watching the last podcast episode of his, and
you wearing like a
DJ,
chain.
DJ Moore was like saying something to him,
The big fur on.
and then he's like, "You're up next, big dog," or something like that. And then he was like, "Detroit take care of you," and he was like, "No comment." And then he like laughed, like he was smiling, laughing.
Oh yeah, they take care of.
I think they got something worked out.
We better,
Right.
man. We fucking better.
But someone that I also like and has been a kind of an integral part of our team for the last few weeks, kind of flying under the radar. I know during the game, you kind of yelled it, Devin, but Josh Reynolds, 5 for 80. All seemed to be on like the first drive, but he
Big
had a really
plays
good
too.
game. Yeah, like big chunk plays where he just is against his old team. Yeah, he's a dog. But let's talk about Puka Nakua for a minute. This dude sets the playoff rookie record for with 101 or 181 yards receiving on 9 catches, a rookie record. Dude's really good.
Can we talk about how he's an actual dog and how he was just like taking hits out there?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He's a tough guy. He's
Dude,
like a
I was
tough,
thinking about
tough
it.
kid.
Like half the season, he didn't wear fucking gloves.
That's pretty badass, dude. Not gonna
You
lie.
know what I'm saying? He would like tape his fingers. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck are you doing, bro?
I don't know where. Yes.
That's probably why he's wearing gloves now because they were like, bro, you gotta stop doing this.
Yeah, no, he killed it. That was kind of cool to see him. Obviously, it wasn't exciting during the game, but after the game, look back on it, had a great game. Lions defense really bend but don't break. Took a lot of like big shots down the field that they gave up a lot of yards, but they clutched up in the red zone.
Hey, what I think who's calling the game for us? Collinsworth and Tarico, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember which one of them said it. I might give Chris Collinsworth some credit on this. He said
He
a
kind of
couple.
had a good call. He had a good call. I feel like he did actually pretty good for the game.
But he said something about like Lions not having an identity the last couple of years, and like they've really committed to like you're gonna beat us over the top, but you will not fucking run the ball and play short on us. Like not happening, bro. We're gonna kill you. Like don't do it.
Downhill linebackers.
And if you look, I don't have the exact stat, but I'm pretty sure this is accurate. All season we haven't had a rusher get over 75 yards.
Imagine if we get some like lanky fucking dog in the backfield, or Cooper DeJean from Iowa.
I think the big thing too, especially against the Rams, that's how they score their touchdowns. They get down there, they get down the field with their
We kicked the shit out of Kyron Williams, bro.
Yeah, Kyron Williams.
He got like hurt, right?
13 for 61. I mean, he was all right, but he wasn't like anything crazy. I mean, that's actually a pretty good stat line. But
he had a couple touchdowns. He had a couple like good runs, but he definitely took a beating, bro. Obviously you watched the game. Like if you watched the game, for anybody that didn't, like he did take a beating out there.
The same thing with Stafford. We are a physical team. Puka got knocked out for a minute, and Cooper Kupp got hurt for a minute. Dude, it was he was nowhere. By the way,
all the
like 5 catches for like 20 yards.
Random Rams Twitter accounts like Rams172654337. You know what I'm saying, on Twitter?
Yeah.
They've been like,
love that account.
Yeah, they're like, Dan Campbell's part of the bounty gate, or the, you know what I'm talking about, where they're paying players to hurt players.
Yeah.
And Dan Campbell's there, and you guys are all dirty, and you guys hurt Hawkinson last week, and then hurt Higbee.
Tight end.
He's third string tight end. Yeah, he was hurt. Like,
bro, dude, he used to wear. You guys remember that? He used to wear a full arm cast, bro.
He had like a not working arm for like over a couple of years.
I had a couple of catches every year. He was a blocking tight end. That's what he played for, like the Cowboys for a bunch of years, just blocking.
The Giants, Cowboys, Saints, Lions.
Yep.
Dog.
Motor City Dan Campbell, baby.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we held them. They had they had 3 field goals or 3 drives. They had to settle for field goals, which they looked like they were going to go down and score. Obviously, I think that was the difference. And then
I mean, yeah.
our kicker, dude, hit a 54-yarder, which was clutch. It was our only points of the second half. So,
Bad would have looked if they fucking cut the other guy and this guy missed it.
well, before he even kicked it, Devin was like, "I don't know why we cut this other guy, dude. Like this guy doesn't have the leg for this kick." And then he drains it, but.
I don't think I said exactly that, but I did say I like the other guy.
I was paraphrasing, but you did. Someone said he didn't have the leg. I remember that.
No, it was Nico, because then Nico
okay.
immediately, because they flashed a thing. They flashed a thing that showed that his longest kick was like 54 or something this year, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I guess never mind."
Yeah, it was a nice kick. He had the leg for it for sure. But yeah, dude, the vibes here in Michigan, man, they're high. I'll tell you, they are high. Everybody's drinking the Dan Campbell Kool-Aid, the
Man,
Lions
get it.
Kool-Aid.
How can you not at this point, bro?
I think
Yeah,
nationwide, everyone's
like,
drinking
yep.
it. So.
You did it. I mean, you did
hear
something that
anything?
nobody's done.
Do you hear anything down there, Ben? Or people talk? Do people? I mean, I guess you guys got your team, which we're going to touch on. But do people talk like people like the Lions down there just randomly?
Before this, yes. You want to talk about randomly? Yeah. Before this, people would honk at me on the highway in traffic, roll my windows down. I'm thinking like, what the fuck is up? And they're like, bro, like what? I'm like, are you from Detroit? You know what I'm saying? Because I have like a line stick in the back of my truck. Like people are fucking fans, bro.
Yeah,
it's like a thing.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I love that. I love that for sure.
I think they play down here next year in the regular season.
You got to go, dude.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. Is there anything else you guys want to touch on with this game before we move on to the Houston game?
yeah, yeah. I would say, just like a quick thing. I try not to be too long here. I do want to say before we move on, I just want to take a quick second to like embrace for our lifetime. But I'm going to talk personally here for a second. The amount of games I can't think of a game really in the last 20 years that I didn't watch on TV. And there's been a lot of things that have happened as Lions fans. We've been through a lot, bro. And this win and this team will forever be cemented in my head as like one of the greatest Lions teams of all time. Like everything they persevered against, Jared Goff, Dan Campbell, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Decker. I mean, you keep going on and on, bro. Like what they did, it's like it's unbelievable and something I'll forever remember. So before we move on to the next game, I just want to give Lions their actual kudos. Nobody can say shit for the first fucking time ever. I don't care what you say.
Could I get an amen?
We accomplished something this year. But that being said, we're on to the Bucks. And let's fucking get it, boys. These guys are hyped, bro. Not a single player in that locker room is satisfied with what we just did.
No, I don't think anyone is, and I don't think as fans we should be either. We don't have to. Worried? We're gonna talk about the Bucks game later, but I think we can lose that game, yeah. But should we win that game?
Torch the Eagles,
dude.
Okay, all right. Let's move on to our actual topic before we get sidetracked.
What's the topic?
It's
Eagles suck.
That's later. Trust me. Trust me, I'm getting that in. Don't you worry. But yeah, we're just gonna talk quickly, especially Ben, you being down there. Houston beats the Browns, smoked them 45-14. Flacco magic kind of ran out. It throws 2 pick sixes, unless you call that magical. It was interesting.
3, wasn't it?
I think it was just 2. Maybe he had a fumble, but I know he threw at least 2 pick sixes.
Oh no, it was just 2. You're right.
So yeah, I mean, at least he's throwing touchdowns, right? Stroud looked awesome. 16 for 21, 274 and 3. Nico Collins is a dog. This team is just Brevin Jordan. Dude, this team is just different, dude. This team is just a fun team. Sadly, I think they're gonna run into a buzzsaw here, and we're gonna talk about it later. But they got to play the Ravens. But what's the vibes down there, Ben? How you feeling, man? How are you?
Every single person's back on board. Everybody's wearing Texans jersey. And jerseys at work, like 100%, man. Like
especially
right back on board.
especially
Everybody's
with
wearing
like
like Astros stuff like up until this point to like the last few weeks, and people have just been on. They like
dude,
won the division.
sales.
People are like, what happened? Like, and then they won the playoffs. Everybody freaked out. Like,
That's
people were
awesome.
going to the games and stuff. Like, oh yeah, it's a big deal. It's
At
a
home
really,
game too,
really, really
so
big deal. Yeah.
yeah, they won at home. That's awesome. But yeah, I mean, I like the story. I know Devin. I know you like the Texans too. I mean, I like their coach. He's like they're one of their first players, right? And now
One of
he's
their
the
first best
coach.
players. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a cool story. It's like a kind of almost reminiscent of the Lions, a little bit different, but it's just like a player coach that now is just there and he's just leading the team that was kind of crappy to the promised land. And I just if I had to pick like a cool Super Bowl right now, I would pick those two teams. I mean, that'd be sick. Lions, Texans. I mean, no one would ever pick that, but that'd be sick. Obviously, they're in the AFC that has got the Bills, the Chiefs, and the Ravens left, so it's probably not likely. But you never know, dude. Um, what's your feeling on Houston, Devin? Are you? I'm sad to see the Browns go too. Shout out Joe Flacco. Crazy story, cool story. We actually all picked the Browns, so
46 passes. How do we feel about that?
from they were playing from behind. And then I mean, I don't think
That's
that's
what I'm
the
saying.
recipe.
Like the defense really like let it down. That's what I was
It
surprised by. Is like the Browns are like
very,
the best defense of all time
very,
this
very
year, and then
reminiscent
they
of a
just took a
game.
shit.
Yeah, very reminiscent of the Cowboys game as well. Very similar situation where they have this awesome defense and then they just get just torched by a young QB. Um, yeah,
He's
sorry,
not that
Devin.
young. Like, I mean, I know he's young, but he's been in the league for like fucking 4 years, bro.
Jordan Love.
Yeah.
It's
People are
his
like
first
talking,
year
oh, it's
though.
like he's a rookie. I know it is, but it isn't.
I
It's
mean,
like
this is the
fucking
ideal situation. Yeah, for sure.
Well,
I don't
okay,
know, man.
So specifically on the game, you asked me what I like Houston here. Not for the game, but I do like Houston like in the situation here. Like you said, it's a good story for sure. I do think they're running into a big, huge matchup here against the Ravens on the road. You guys have the quick like what's Texans record at home versus on the road?
I can get it for you though.
I feel
What
like
if
they can't be a
what
good
if
road team.
what if it is 1991 and fucking the Bills are playing Houston again and they
In
lose
the
to
AFC,
Houston again after having a huge lead? They get a big lead. And
Oilers.
then fucking yeah, remember when the
Oh,
Bills played them back in the
that
day?
wasn't a lot, bro.
I know. Have
Jim
you ever
Kelly.
seen it before?
Yeah,
And they blew it. They blew
yeah.
the huge lead in the AFC Championship game.
Well, what I'll say is, I do think that the Texan story is good. I do think the magic ends here, but they gave some promise for next year, and they build upon it and see where we go. You know.
6-3 at home. I don't know if that includes the playoff game, but 4-4 on the road.
And just like everybody gets like huge bonuses for fucking playoff wins. And it's like these teams that never fucking get it. And it's all these like young coaches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I kind of like feel good for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, get them paid, dude. Um, you guys got anything else on this game? Or are we good to move on to this game I don't want to talk about?
Can move on.
All right, so Packers just dismantle the Cowboys 48-32. This game wasn't even that close. They literally put in their backups. So this game is more like a 48-21, 48-14. But yeah, apologies to Jordan Love. We kind of doubted him
Wasn't
earlier in this
familiar with
year.
your game.
I didn't
Yeah.
know you could play football. Yeah. Oops.
I mean, I think we all kind of been coming up on him a little bit the last few weeks. The second half of the season, he's looked a lot better. Yeah, 272-3, very similar to Stroud. Literally,
The
really
same.
similar.
It's like
They both scored.
exactly the same. Yeah. It was like 2 yards difference or something.
Yeah, Aaron Jones, honestly, the MVP of this game. Dallas couldn't stop him. 21 carries, 118 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Didn't see that coming because he hasn't been like that all year, right? He
He's
hasn't.
banged up, and I think he's kind of getting healthy at the right time. Dobbs, 151 yards and a touchdown. Dak threw 2 picks. This offense, man, it was just brutal. He got sacked 4 times. Their defense couldn't stop anybody. They were down 20. You like blinked and they were down 21-0. It reminds me of our game against the Ravens earlier in the year, the Lions. But yeah, it's kind of yeah. I don't know what you guys think. I do think they need a change. I've been thinking about it a
I
lot
think
this
we
week.
should kind of flip the script here a minute, and we should ask you a couple questions as a Cowboys fan. And
All
trust
right,
me,
dude.
bro, I'll keep it relatively light. I'm not gonna
All
like
right.
roast anything, you know.
Appreciate you, bro.
But okay,
Give it to me.
so as like a no to Cowboys fan, and to be honest with you, bro, you're the only Cowboys fan in my life that I know. Like I don't know many
Yeah.
Cowboys fans. Obviously, Ben, I know your situation's completely different, but being down there. But
Unfortunately, yes.
yeah, but so I want to know from you, like, do you is it kind of one of those things, like I know you sent me a meme, and I think this probably answers my question I'm gonna ask you, but like, do you get annoyed with like being thrown into the Cowboy fans that like, because you, as long as you've been alive, really, like, and not shots fired, but the Cowboys haven't really won much.
No, yeah, I sent you that meme. It's like the worst spot to be because it's like I've liked the Cowboys for like 20 years, and their 20 years have just been like
4
mediocre.
playoff wins, yeah.
It's been like almost not that much different than a little bit better than being a Lions fan. You know what I mean? Like you kind of get there, and then they just get there. They just get there a lot.
I
It's
think
not even close.
I would say
to
the
being a
Cowboys
Lions
are up a
fan.
couple pegs. I'm
I
gonna
would
be
say
honest,
that
bro.
I think that the part that you're missing is in the 90s when they won a bunch of Super Bowls.
Yeah, but he was like a
But
fucking kid.
that's what I'm
Still-
saying,
we
bro.
still hadn't won a playoff game.
I know, but I don't go like, dude, man, like that team in the 90s.
That's
Like
true. I'll give
I
you
don't,
that.
you
But
know what I
like,
mean?
don't
Like
compare it. It's not fair.
I'm just saying for my like football life, which is about 20 years, it's been like they just get there and then they just lose. I remember watching them back in the day, dude, like with
Romo.
Romo, and it's like they get there
Watching the
and then
fucking field goal.
yep, that was like the first year I was a fan, bro.
I remember
And, like,
that. I
since-
like vividly remember watching that.
Yep, I remember watching it too, dude. It was on like a 16-inch color TV, dude, and like a
like
random
in
basement.
my kitchen or something. Yeah.
Like, yeah, it sucks though because you could do get lumped in, and it's like I was telling I appreciate you, Ben, bro. You could have sent me some Cowboys memes. You didn't send me any, dude. But you know how many people texted me like literally while the game was going on? I was getting texts like every 5 to 10 minutes of just Cowboys memes.
That
And
shit
it was just
sucks.
like, and just people texting me, be like, "Man, your Cowboys look terrible." I'm like, dude, if I was like a Lions fan, or if I was any other team's fan, like I wouldn't be getting these text messages. It's just a tough scene, but
Like,
But-
they have to like blow the team up, bro.
But so hold on. So that was gonna be my part two. So like knowing that and knowing your frustrations of like, what is your opinion here? Like, obviously you can't move from Dak.
no, they owe him
They
too much
can't?
money.
Really?
I don't think, dude. Look at their offenses during the regular season. Unless there's
He
no
only
way
had like
Dak is
5
just.
picks throughout the year, right?
They
I
choked?
see.
No, he had a crazy good year, but I don't think that it can only be Dak choking in that doesn't make any sense. It's their just team just isn't prepared to play.
Did Carl Malone ever win? No. Why?
I don't the
Choked.
team around, maybe it was the team around him, bro. I don't know a
No,
lot
it
of Carl
wasn't.
Malone's facts,
Maybe.
bro.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
it was. Maybe it wasn't.
Let's bring it back to the Cowboys here. So in your opinion here, knowing the situation here, like, are you moving on from McCarthy? Are you looking to keep another year and go at it another year with this kind of build? Like, what do you, as a Cowboys fan, are you expecting from the team this year?
I would hope that they move on from McCarthy.
I know Pollard's out, right? Because his contract's up.
Yep. You move on from McCarthy, you let Pollard go. You try to bring in, I mean, their offensive line is like good, but I don't think it's good enough.
Getting older too, right?
Yeah, I feel like maybe you try to move some of those pieces and either bring in some younger pieces or something. And then you try to get in a running back. I don't know if you're gonna probably can't sign somebody. You're probably gonna have to draft somebody, like a second or something. This team's weird too, cause like they're kind of like the Lions. Like they don't go out and get people. You know what I mean? Like sometimes they'll sign like a free agent, but it's never like a huge name. And they don't trade. They don't make those moves. They just like pick their
Stephen
draft picks.
Gilmore.
Yeah, but like it was like late career Stephon Gilmore. Like,
What about like Terrell Owens?
yeah, dude, that was like
Okay.
fucking 15 years
Ben,
ago, bro.
I know what you're trying to do, but Reggie Bush, Adrian Peterson,
Yeah,
Dante
you're like saying like these
Culpepper.
players like they
The
didn't go
Lions
get
do the
AJ.
same thing, bro. I
They
know.
didn't go get AJ Brown. You know what I mean? Like in his prime. Like I don't know,
Yeah,
bro.
they signed
But yeah,
the fucking or traded for like a
they got like
double
Amari
removed Brandon
Cooper.
Cooks and shit.
Yeah, Amari Cooper, who is like the best player they probably have ever traded for.
That was a
But
good, yeah. What did they
that
give up? Was that a first round pick they traded for him?
They showed it at on the game, the broadcast of what it turned into. It was a third round and something else, right?
went to the trade to the Browns that
Yeah.
they gave him. I don't remember. I think it was like a weird pick where it was like a fourth with like it could go up to a third or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would get rid of McCarthy. You need a coach that can give you over the hump. I don't know who that coach is, but obviously I feel like this team the last few years just isn't coming into the playoff games prepared like enough. And I don't know why, but I think it comes down to a lot of it's coaching.
Do you want Bill to come in?
So I remember I got a text. They're gonna bring in Bill, man. So do I think Bill would help? Probably. Do I think it would work with Jerry Jones? No. Like
Bill Parcells did it.
it could maybe work like for a couple of years. Like if it
It's
was like a
all-
very which I would take. I don't like Bill Belichick, but like I don't think him coming in here would hurt. I think they would be ready to play. And I think it's a unique situation where he could come and coach for like 2 years and maybe get a Super Bowl.
I literally saw a headline today
Get
that
him
was
over
like
the hump.
Bill Belichick's looking to coach established. It was quotation mark established quotation mark underperforming team. I'm like, so the Cowboys, like,
That's why he went to Atlanta.
Cowboys and the Chargers, or what are we talking about?
yeah. You
Apparently
want
Harbaugh's going to LA.
You want Devin's random opinion real quick on the coaching situation? I kind of think that they need like somebody as kind of like wacky-ish as like Jerry Jones in a weird way. Like I kind of like wish if I'm a Cowboys fan, I would kind of like hope that something didn't work out with McDaniels. I feel like he would work out so well in Dallas.
Yeah.
Or like a Sean McVay, but he's not wacky enough, I guess. I just feel like somebody like that, like a zoomer on the sideline, up and down, quick. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they need something like that, not like old Bill Parcells and old Bill Belichick. To
Mike McCarthy.
reminds me of
Mike
He's
McCarthy.
not running up and down the sideline. I thought that's where
it's
this
just
was
like,
going.
dude, like
man.
Get after, doesn't need so many cheeseburgers,
Oh, dude, I was gonna say that. Dang it.
I just feel like they need some like new blood in there, man. Like rejuvenate this thing a bit.
Yeah,
to
but
completely
Jerry Jones
rebuild.
isn't dead yet, and like it's not gonna happen until that happens.
What would you feel? This would probably never happen, but Mike Tomlin might be on the way out. Sounds like he wants to get out of Pittsburgh. Dude, that would be my dream scenario. I think he's just sick of it, bro. They haven't won a playoff game in 8 years.
Like the old Red Wings, they just keep the losing streak alive. The winning streak.
I was gonna say. Yeah, so that would be my dream scenario. I'd like Vrabel too. Those are like the two that like stick out to me.
I feel like Vrabel, he'd work well.
I feel like Vrabel is like the dream scenario, but with Vrabel, you got to bring in like a good offensive. I feel like that's what they should do. They should bring on Vrabel and then just try to, like, hopefully maybe Kellen Moore doesn't stay with the Chargers. Just bring Kellen Moore back, bro.
Nah, it's gonna be what's his name from Atlanta.
Arthur
Miller.
Smith. That's fine, bro. Arthur Miller. Honestly, that's fine, bro. I don't even care. Just get someone that can call an offense in there, and just get like a good defensive head coach that like is like a player coach to get these guys fucking ready. I don't even care who it is, bro. It could be fucking what's his face if the Oakland job gets taken.
Pierce.
But yeah, I'll take him, bro. Just get somebody in there to motivate this damn team, bro.
Yep.
All right. But
that's enough Cowboys talk, though.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on.
Good call, Ben. Ben did call that game. But yeah, Bills overwhelmed the Wattless Steelers. No G.J. Watt. They had 179 yards rushing. A lot of it was Josh Allen. He had like 70 something yard run.
He did that stupid run that I hate, or just the fake
you-
slide, and then he
Yeah,
on one of
not
his
even allowed in
touchdowns,
college.
he did the fake slide and kept running and scored, and everyone's like, dude, he would have got flagged if, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They weren't paying attention. Yeah.
He went 20. I like Josh Allen.
Me too. I just thought that was stupid.
Yeah, it's Bush League. Kenny Pickett. He's like the guy that started that in college. Josh Allen, 21 for 30, 203 yards, 3 touchdowns, ran the ball 8 times for 74 yards and a touchdown. Rudolph didn't look terrible, but clearly not the answer for Pittsburgh. He's been there forever. I don't think they're like a long-term plan with him. They're screwed, man. They're like you said, the Red Wings of old, bro. Just in the middle. Just good enough to keep the streak alive, and then you keep drafting nobody because you can't.
True.
So you got to go in, and I think the only team that team's like a quarterback away though. So like it's like
Just could draft another one. That's what I said. Draft a quarterback. Just fucking
you
do
could
it.
draft a quarterback or
It's
just
like,
try to go get it.
what are we gonna do? I don't know. Cut them all. Who gives a shit? Sign some other
How would you
quarterback. Who
feel
cares?
about
Draft
like
some people.
them trading for like Justin Fields?
No.
Okay, you don't like Justin Fields, but like I feel like if they traded for like a quarterback, that would be like a good way to handle it as well.
Who cares? I mean, you're better off with what? Keep Mason Rudolph. Who cares?
What?
Draft a
What?
quarterback.
Draft a quarterback at like fucking 20? That's how you got Kenny Pickett, and that's why you're here. That's what they keep doing, bro. They just keep drafting.
You could trade up to the teens. Patrick Mahomes was taking it like 14.
Yeah, yeah, he was like super unpolished, bro. That's like a kind of a random.
Coming from
Lamar
a
Jackson was
guy.
taken at the end of the first. Dak was taken in the third. Russell Wilson was taken in the third. It's like
I mean, you never
can't-
know, but like you gotta just shoot.
I mean, if
What
you're
if JJ McCarthy's there at 20? He could be.
Pickett 2.0. What the fuck?
yeah,
Yeah, that's
What
I don't know.
if Jim Harbaugh wants him because he's insane and trades homeboy, and the Pittsburgh Steelers like can slide in and get that trade for Herbert?
yeah. I mean, if you could trade for Justin Herbert, every team in the NFL, I would hope the Lions would look at trading for Justin Herbert, but I feel every team should be looking at
Really?
trading for Justin Herbert. But I would take Herbie over Goff long term.
Yeah, but do you? Yeah, but now you couldn't bring him in.
Well, you couldn't do it now.
Yeah, this is all
Yeah.
fantasy talk. There's like, yeah, I think every team besides like 3 teams would probably
rather have Justin Herbert.
They would call in and they would be like, well, what do you want? You know what I'm saying? They would take the call.
Yeah.
Trade Watt. Fuck it.
But coming from a guy that
That
played
was just
Steelers in Madden, bro, they don't have much draft capital and they have almost no salary cap.
Yeah,
So finding teams to take these guys.
Relevant. Bills look good though. I think they're going to be a tough team to beat in the playoffs here, especially next week. Them being at home again. All right, let's talk about the best game of the week. The Bucks defeat the Eagles 32-9. Eagles started the season 10-1, went 1-6. Jalen Hurts in that span. Passing stats: 6 touchdowns, 5 interceptions in 7 games with a 62% completion rate. Team is in shambles, dude. I know one Eagles fan, like one diehard, like personally, and he changed his photo yesterday, his profile photo on Facebook, to just a fan holding a fire Sirianni, like I don't even know what you'd call it, like a sign. Thank you, a sign from the game, dude. You love to see it, bro. I mean, we kind of talked about this, Devin, but like there wasn't a real scenario where I would have been rooting for the Cowboys for any game other than that game. So when they started losing, it's like, this is for the best, because then if they lose, the Lions win, they get another home game, they play the winner of that game. It's a win-win. But, dude,
Matt Patricia, bro. We all know it is. He's a cancer.
he is literally a cancer.
They've been letting him call the defense since he's been on. Like he's literally just made the defense worse.
Yeah. Which that defense is really good. So he has a lot of pieces. I don't know.
Nobody wants to play for him, dude. He's the guy who traded Slay. He's the guy who like insulted Slay in the locker room. Slay's on the team, and he's coaching him and telling him what to do. Like
I
these
didn't
guys
think
look like
that
they're
through.
not tackling very well. Like they don't look like they're giving a fuck. Like it didn't matter.
Dude, we called this like literally weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks ago that they were gonna hit a point where they had a tough part of their schedule.
Bro,
They
it
were gonna
was like
lose
when
some
they lost
games.
the second game. I get it. You could argue, oh, we knew something was we were on to something. It's like, bro, you guys were like 10-1. You guys lost one game. And you're like, we suck, dude. Fire everybody. AJ Brown blows. And it's like, what? You guys are the
Man.
Eagles, man. You guys are dominating. Like, chill the fuck out. And then you
They were
guys,
right.
the fans
Well,
got to to themselves. The players got in their heads. The coaches got in their heads.
Yep. It all starts with the fans, bro. Because I mean, starts with
Hurts
the
really
fans.
didn't play that bad. If you really look at the stats, like statistically, he didn't play that bad.
People saying he's kind of like Russell Wilson, like nobody likes him.
Because he doesn't
Yeah.
talk to anybody because he's a sad
No,
boy.
he just talks in quotes, bro.
Yeah, he's like one of those guys that like, yeah, everything's like an inspirational thing, and
That's unfortunate.
you just read your mind, you can channels through your body, and you're like, dude, shut the fuck up and throw the ball, dude.
Just like, tight end just staring like, what the fuck, dude?
Dude, what's his name went off on him on the sidelines?
It's
Tight end.
Goddard, yeah.
Got it.
If Goddard's getting fired up at you, you know you
But
did
for real, we
something wrong.
need to talk about Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield,
Yes, let's talk about the important side of this. Baker, bro. Give me the stats on Baker. I didn't write those down. I want to shit on the Eagles.
337 and 3 touchdowns.
I got one
The
word
Bake
for
Show.
you guys.
The
Heart.
Bake Show.
He plays with heart, bro.
Heart,
He-
dude.
Jalen talks inspiration,
Baker
and
just goes out and
Baker
throws his
plays
body
inspired.
around.
Yeah, he plays inspired, dude. The way he plays inspires everyone. He doesn't need to do like a white girl like poster thing that they would have on their wall of a
Bro was-
quote.
Dude, he like
That team is,
literally
like sneaky good, bro.
he like hustles, and then the rest of the team's like, damn, bro, like fuck, I guess we're
Lead
playing
by
still, you know?
example, bro. Lead by example.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. We love Baker around here, dude. We're honestly,
Bro, you know what's crazy? And I wish I should have saved it. There's like 5 quarterbacks that have won multiple playoff games on at least two teams. And it's like 5 people. It's like what you think. It's like what? About Brett Favre, Tom Brady.
On Hill.
No. But yeah, anyways, it was like the big goats. And then like the other guy was fucking Baker Mayfield.
that's the GOAT, bro.
It was
Yeah.
a Peyton Manning. Yeah, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady,
Drew Brees.
Brett Favre. No, he didn't win one with the
I
Chargers.
don't think he won one with the
He
Chargers.
didn't even win one playoff game.
Not with the Chargers, no.
I thought they made it to like the AFC Championship and lost.
Is Drew Brees? Is Justin Herbert the next Drew Brees? Is he gonna get traded to the Saints?
The Chargers produced that. That's like all. That's like their MO. That's like every quarterback they've ever had.
San Diego.
What was that guy's name?
Super Chargers. Philip Rivers?
No, before him.
I don't know. Ryan Leaf?
Yeah. Okay. The guy from like the 70s. Who's that guy? Their
Luke
fucking
Flutie.
quarterback. No, he's in the Water Boy, and he's the announcer at the end.
Fucking what?
What's his fucking name, dude? It's
Seen
like
that movie in, like,
Dan. Is it
25 years.
Dan?
Doug Flutie.
Dan.
Wait, you actually I know what it is.
Dan Fouts. Dan
Yeah,
Fouts.
I would say it's Dan Fouts.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Moving on from the Dan Fouts talk, we're gonna get into this week. Quick. Do you guys think Sirianni should be fired? Do you think he got to Super Bowl last
Give
year?
him
Why
one
would
more
you fire?
year. He needs to redo his fucking coaching staff.
Problem is they can't, bro. Like fucking they'll riot and it's gone. You gotta cut him.
I think they'll keep him, but I hope that the Eagles fan burn down the stadium and then they don't have anywhere to play. Their team gets shipped out and then it wins the Super Bowl somewhere else.
Bro, they
That's what the
start
Eagles fans
next
do.
year 1-1, bro. They're gonna fucking
1-1.
riot.
They
Most
lose the
teams
first
have like
game.
a Super Bowl hangover, and like they made it to the playoffs.
Yes.
They don't
Yes,
think like that. That's what my point is,
Yeah,
Ben.
sure.
Give them a couple months, they'll calm the fuck down. They'll draft a badass dude
Oh,
again.
not Philly
somehow.
fans,
It won't
bro.
matter. Nobody will
Phillies will be
care.
good.
Philly
They'll
fans
stop
are
caring.
crazy.
Honestly,
Ohio
dude.
State fans.
Flyers are terrible though. So
Um, fuck the Flyers, dude.
fuck the Flyers, bro.
Dude. All right, let's get into the matchups this week. Gonna just kind of go quick. We're just gonna touch on the matchups. We're gonna pick them later, but you got the Packers at the 49ers. 49ers are favored by 9.5 points. We're not gonna pick the game, but I kind of want to just talk about this one. I think CMC is gonna be the important piece. Obviously, Purdy's gonna have to do some stuff too, but I feel like they're gonna be able to run the ball a lot more efficiently than the Dallas Cowboys could. So I think that'll be good.
I think they need a secondary piece. I think like maybe like Debo or
yeah, they got Debo, Ayuk, Kittle.
Ayuk's like I think Ayuk has a big game potentially here.
Oh, I like
Kind of
that,
circling
bro.
him a little bit.
Anytime touchdown, anytime
Yeah,
touchdown.
kind of
Fair.
like that.
I think we got a master and a Padawan situation going on here. He's
Jordan
from
Love's
his
the
coaching
master.
tree. It's like somebody playing Bill Belichick. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, I like that actually.
So I think
like
it's going to be pretty much in the favor of the 49ers the whole time. Like I really think it's going to be bad.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think it might be a blowout.
Ooh, okay. We'll get there, but kind of just quick talk here to the Texans at Ravens. Ravens are 9.5 or 9-point favorites. I'm really excited to watch Lamar. I feel like we haven't got a ton of playoff Lamar. We have a little bit, but like this is like an actual healthy Lamar, like in the playoffs. This is exciting as shit, and this defense is awesome. But then you got the other side, young man, looking to win a second playoff game in 2 games. Stroud going against one of the best defenses in the NFL. But do you know the actual regular season best defense in the NFL, Ben?
The Lions.
Browns.
The Browns. Who did Stroud just torch?
The Browns.
Bang. All right. So I think that offense will be able to move the ball. Just can they move it efficiently enough to keep up with Lamar, Ben? Do you think they could keep up with the Ravens offensively, or do you think that game against?
The difference is that young defense that's like really fast and can like get upfield and get off blocks. Like they're really good against guys like Joe Flacco. But
Yeah.
Lamar, like there were like times like Joe could have like ran, tried, couldn't, right? But there were gaps. Like they're gonna
Yeah.
rush upfield and he's just gonna run away.
Well, you hope that coaching staff knows and they play a little bit differently against Lamar and they don't let those like open lanes.
Cool. Right.
But
Yeah. But they
well,
have
it's
the Lions.
Lamar
I mean,
Jackson.
it's Lamar Jones. Unfortunately, that's just sometimes what you get.
Yeah, for sure. We are gonna pick that game. Devin, what's your like take on this game without giving me your pick? Just you think it's gonna be a high scoring game, a low scoring game, an exciting game? You think this one's gonna be a blowout? I mean, it's a 9-point line.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking like a 2-score game at the end for sure.
Okay.
I think it's really hard to win on the road.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know. That's spoiling my pick.
So just something I kind of want to touch on before we get into the Chiefs Bills game, dude. So this probably doesn't have a ton to do with anything, but there was a 2 teams in the playoffs that rested besides the Ravens and the 49ers who weren't playing for anything. There's 2 teams that rested their players, like their quarterback and all their like a bunch of their
They
players.
both lost.
Both lost 0-2.
Holy
Browns
shit.
and the Rams.
I just realized that.
I was thinking about that. I didn't see that anywhere. I just literally thought about it when I
Dude,
was
you
going
should
through
be
the
a fucking
report.
journalist, bro.
Thanks, bro. But they both lost. Do you guys think there's something to that? Maybe like killing the rhythm of that Rams offense. Maybe they weren't as effective. I mean, they looked okay, but I think maybe you should have played a little bit harder.
You gotta keep
You know?
You gotta keep the mind engaged. Even if you do a little bit lighter practices, bro. Like you do
Yeah.
like walkthroughs and like I think you still hit it, bro. Like unless you're like
those
really hurt.
too.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, that's a good point, man. I mean, I think like staying fresh and like I don't know, I kind of equate it to like imagine like you're on a shift and you get a lunch break and it's like very late lunch break and it's like you come back, it's like 4:30, you're like, fuck, dude. You know?
Yeah. So I want to give Dan his flowers because he played our guys. There was a scare with Laporta, but I mean, we
Scored a
looked
touchdown.
fresh. We looked good, especially at the start of that game. I mean, so maybe there's something to, making your players play or having your players play to stay fresh. Yeah,
Only
it's
I think
obviously.
thing of stuff is I think they would have rested some people
And I also think it's
if
like you
they
got to realize that if you have the opportunity to play, like you have to go in and be ready to go. Like you need to go in the best you can be. You can't worry about risking it. Like what the fuck? Like you played the whole season for this. Like if you wouldn't have made the playoffs, you'd be done. So why not just keep going? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I definitely understand with the teams that had the first round bye. I understand that. Like you literally already have the first round buys like locked up. Like you're gonna have a week off regardless. So um I don't know. But yeah, something I kind of noticed. But yeah, we'll get into this is the closest line. It's only 2.5 points. Chiefs at Bills. Bills favored by
be a
two and a
good
half.
game, bro.
Gonna be a cold game. It's at 6:30 on Sunday. Supposed to be 20 degrees or something that day.
It's
But
gonna
you
be a
guys
real good
know.
one.
Devin, did you go outside today? Because I went outside today
Bro,
and
it
it
was
was
brutal.
terrible. And it's
Dude,
like 10
I went to
degrees here, so I
fucking
can't imagine playing football in just a little bit warmer weather.
bro. I went to Taco Bell and I get out of work, right, and I'm like, go to Taco Bell. I'm like, oh yeah, let me go get a couple chicken flatbreads, you know. And
Yep,
I
same.
went to go roll down my window and it didn't roll down because it was like iced over.
You did the door thing? Like,
I
did you open
opened the
up your
door
door?
to like order, right? And then like I pulled up a bit and then like there was no one behind me, so like hopped out and I was trying to like grab the ice with my hand and I was like sitting in my car and I was like legitimately was like, dude, I think I fucked up my hand.
Yeah.
Like that's how cold it was.
Yep. My dogs are outside for like 2 minutes and they're like, they have to come in. And my dogs usually like are outside forever and they don't care. So you know it's cold. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be cold again. Uh, it's a Sunday night game too. It's weird that it's gonna be like dark. It's gonna be freezing. Um, but yeah, in Buffalo, Holmes never played a road
Like a
playoff
Sunday
game.
evening, it's at 5:30 p.m. So it's at 6:30. I guess it's later.
It's
Yeah.
30
It's
Eastern.
dark,
Be
bro.
dark.
6:30 Eastern. It's dark.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, Mahomes never has played a road playoff game in his career.
That's
Crazy,
weird.
right? Weird,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I saw that today. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I mean, we'll talk about our picks, but I think that's going to be a fun game.
Big
If you guys,
rivalry, yeah.
I don't know if you'll free Devin, but after the old Lions game, we should check this one out. I think
Yeah,
it's
it
going to
should
be a
be a
banger.
banger.
But yeah, let's get to that Lions game. We can go in detail here. Obviously, we're going to touch a little bit more into detail. But yeah, Bucks at Lions. Lions favored by almost a touchdown, 6.5 points. Um, we'll start with you to kind of think the key to beating the Bucks for the Lions is going to be. They do have a really good pass rush and they blitz more than like anybody in the league. So what
Yeah.
do you think is going to be the key here?
I really think the big thing here, kind of what I've been saying pretty much every week, I guess. Like really, like I feel like we got to keep the basics. We got to really develop the run game this game. I think control the ball and like if we keep the ball away from Baker as much as possible, Tampa literally has no shot. The only way that the Tampa wins this game, in my opinion, is if like Baker does like some crazy magic shit.
Yeah,
And it's possible. He's got it
They
in
have
him.
really good receivers. They have a really good team. I
It's
mean,
gonna
like
take Baker to like,
give
dude,
them the ball.
bro, we
Like we
talked
have to
about it
stop
before
him.
earlier. We play extremely physical, both at the line of scrimmage, the tat coming up, making hits. Like, it's gonna be a tough game for Baker, bro. And we beat him up the first time we played him this year. You know,
yeah. It's hard to beat a team twice in the year. We talked about that.
mind you, we didn't play with like 8 pit players that game. We didn't have like Gibbs. We didn't have obviously JMO.
We did win 20-6. They didn't
On the
even score a
road.
touchdown.
On the road.
Yeah. So, but it's a different team. They look like a different team.
So do we.
So do we. So that'll be interesting for sure.
Be a good game. We better not overlook them. That'll be heartbreaking.
Yeah, I think get the ball out quick and then need to run the ball effectively, especially against the
They
blitz.
have
And I
Vita
think
Vea. It's gonna be tough.
it's gonna be
It'll be
tough,
tough.
bro,
I'm
for
really thinking
sure.
it's gonna be a
You gotta
golf
stay
game.
committed.
I
You gotta
think
stay
they
committed.
can. I think they can use the screen game a lot. against the blitz. If they can just get the ball to Gibbs and even some wide receiver screens and just get the ball in space and then try to make some people miss. We got some dogs out there that can block. Ben, what would an NFC Championship appearance mean to you? Do you think that's like that? I can't even imagine that going into the year. I didn't even think that was like a possibility. We were just hoping to get like 10 wins and maybe get into the playoffs. But what would NFC what would getting to that championship game mean to you, to your fandom? Would you feel like satisfied at that point, or
No, it would make me want it more.
yeah, it's like if you asked me 3-4 weeks ago, I'd be like, dude, I just want to get in there and we win a playoff game. That's awesome. But now it's like it makes
It's
you
like, why not?
hungrier, and these
Like,
players are hungry
imagine like
too.
the Packers like go through and beat the 49ers, and then we get the Packers. And it's like, man, I think we might have a good matchup against the fucking Packers. Like,
Yeah, we're at home.
it's like, I don't
Like,
know,
can we go
man.
to the Super Bowl or?
Like,
Yeah, I hear you.
imagine NFC Championship game at home. Like,
That'd be crazy. Devin, what would the championship game, just the appearance to get to go play with the best of the best in the NFC? I think we're up there, but what would that mean to you?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think what I said earlier still stands. What we accomplished this year is great, and I think I would have a hard time saying this year would be a failure if we lost.
Yeah, I don't
However,
think.
bro,
Yeah.
however, I feel like we just got. You guys play golf?
yeah,
So
I
Ben,
play disc golf.
you just fucking hit the ball, right? And you're looking for your ball. You found it, bro. It's perfectly fucking naturally teed up from the grass, bro. And you're about like 150 out. All you have to do is just chip it on the green, and you're putting for a fucking eagle, and you go to the Super Bowl, right?
I grab my 5-iron.
So the Lions are standing here with a perfect position ball. All they have to do is just hit it on the green, and then you're in the NFC Championship.
Sometimes they hit it over the green.
And then you we're there, and you make that putt, we're in the Super Bowl. When I think about it like this, guys, we are 2 wins away from going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
2 more wins. 3 wins away from winning the Super Bowl. 3 wins, bro.
Yeah.
Terrifies me.
100%. I explained it to a non-football fan earlier today. They were like, "Yeah, apparently like the Lions are doing good." I've like heard a lot of people talking about the Lions. They're 2 wins away from it being in the Super Bowl. Like the thing everyone watches every year. They're only 2 wins away from being in like
Yeah.
it's like
That's
that's how you
crazy.
explain it. It's like it's crazy. But yeah, boys, yeah, I'm excited. I hope I think we're gonna be hopefully watching it together, Devin, online. I don't know if you'll be there, Ben, but I think it's gonna be a really good time. I'm excited. Obviously, I'll be there cheering for him to win. But let's get your guys' quick picks and my quick picks. Last week, Devin, you went 3-3. Ben, you went 3-3, and I went 4-2. Pretty hype. Yeah.
I
So
did better than that.
I'm still
you did
up on Ben
not.
though all time. That's what I heard.
Yep, by one. But yeah, Ben did call the Cowboys game. He was the only one to call that.
What was the game that I got that he didn't though?
Let me go back up. Ben picked the Steelers.
Thanks, Ben. You picked the Steelers over the Bills, bro. Imagine.
He did. We all picked the Chiefs. We all picked the Browns. Rest in peace, Browns. We all picked the Lions, and then I took the Bucks. You guys both took the Eagles.
I thought I picked the Bucks.
I think your heart wanted to pick I think all of our hearts wanted to pick the Bucks, but the Eagles,
Probably said that
obviously.
like word for word. All right. Anyways, picks, quick picks. Let's go.
Texans at Ravens. Devin, who is your winner?
This is one of the scenarios we just talked about. I really want the Texans to win, man. I really do, but I just don't see them getting it done the road. Ravens, I'm assuming, are not going to miss a beat, and I think they're going to win by 2 scores at least. So I'm going to pick the Ravens.
It's quick. That's real quick.
Ben, are you taking the Ravens, or do you have a surprise for me?
45-20 Ravens.
Oh wow, okay. I think it would be closer. I think the Texans cover, but I don't think they can win this game. I just don't see it. So yeah, we're gonna lock all of us into the Ravens here, and then we got the Packers at the Niners. Ben, do you want to start this one?
I'm gonna pick the Niners.
Okay.
My heart
Yeah.
wants to pick the Packers. Mark that down.
Well, I'm actually gonna pick the Packers. So at first, I felt like they could cover, but the more I think about it, dude, watching them just demolish my Cowboys, they gotta win. Like they
Fuck
gotta
it.
go out there and win. I
Fuck
want to
it.
see them win now, at least this week. And then I want the Lions to play the NFC Championship game at home. My heart says Packers. My brain says they have a way to win this game too. They can get to Purdy. I do not think this guy's invincible, man. They're just gonna get the ball out quick, but if they can just get to him, make him make some mistakes, I think they've got a good shot at this one. Devin, what do you think?
I like all your points, but I'm gonna have to disagree on this one. I think I'm gonna go 49ers. Um, yeah, I think they're just a little bit better, faster, stronger, better looking.
Okay, that's debatable. Um, have you guys seen the female version of Brock Purdy? Did you guys see that going around for a minute?
Yeah, it was
It's
like that high.
interesting.
It was like the high schooler chick.
Yeah, she looks
Yeah,
like exactly like Brock Purdy. That was funny.
Ooh,
saw one that looked like Stephen A. Smith today. It was like some news lady doing some like Middle Eastern
That's-
reporting.
it's horrifying.
It was funny.
The Buccaneers at the Lions. I'm assuming we're all gonna take the
I'm gonna
Lions.
be honest, bro. I'm gonna pick the Lions 100%.
Yeah, I think we all picked the Lions. Yeah, same energy as last week. Um, but yeah, you
I mean,
guys
like
are.
all jokes aside, I mean, like if I was looking at this game objectively, which it's impossible for me to, I do think the Lions just stack up way better. The defense
Yeah,
obviously scares me, but
I mean, we're picking a money line and they're favored by a touchdown. You know what I mean? Like we're not just picking the game. It'd be crazy not to.
yeah,
But yeah,
no,
no, I
we'll
agree.
see.
All right, so the close line. You guys actually picked all the same things so far. So yeah, it's the Chiefs at the Bills. I'll just start this one since you guys, did the other ones. I'm gonna go with the Bills. I think the Bills get over the hump this year. They beat the Chiefs. I think Josh Allen gets kind of his moment. I think the Chiefs kind of they played well last week, but they were at home and it was really cold, and the Dolphins had stood like no chance in that game. I don't think any of us picked the Dolphins. So yeah, I think that's kind of where we're at. What do you think, Devin? We go first. Smoking that Bills pack, or are you?
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm smoking that Bills pack heavy, bro. I watched that game. I don't know, like the Chiefs still seem a little bit like they're missing something. There are a
Like a
couple
Tyreek Hill?
things. Yeah, they seem a little
Yeah, pretty
off.
much. There's like sort of a
Yeah, they still seem a little off
in.
to me. You can never like count out Mahomes by any means,
Yeah.
but I do like that stat of this is his first road playoff game. I think Buffalo's going to be crazy that game, and they're playing hot, man. So give me Buffalo.
Ben, are you taking the Chiefs, bro?
I
All
am.
right. Okay. Yeah, what do you think? That you think this team is experienced? You think that's going to put them in a good spot where they can win this game, or you think we're
I
going to
think
get
that
some
I think
Mahomes
Mahomes
magic?
is going to take like the first away game as like a challenge, and I think that Kelsey's going to step up because he knows that it's like the time.
Yeah, his brother
And
just retired
I don't
officially.
think Taylor
Shout out
Swift will
Jason
be
Kelsey.
there because it won't be a home game. His brother just retired, so he'll, like definitely have that motivation for sure.
Yeah, I could see that.
Us believing us
play
up.
line too.
And Taylor Swift will be at the
Oh,
game.
I like that. I like that. He just said she wasn't.
Wait, I thought she was.
I'm
Why
sure
would
she
she be
will
there?
be because it's a playoff
She
game
only
and her
goes to Kansas
boyfriend's
City
there.
games. She's
She
only
was
goes
just
to
at the
Kansas City
game
games.
that was like -5, bro. She'll be there.
Um, but yeah. So all right, that could even you guys up. But I got that all down. You guys have any final words that you guys want to get in?
Go Lions, man.
Yeah, go Lions, man. No matter what happens, it was a great season.
I like
I'll
that.
take it.
Win or lose, very happy with how the Lions played this year.
I'll
It's
take it.
exciting to watch.
I will be upset though, for the record, if they lose, but I am happy.
Cry
Sure,
myself to
sure.
sleep. I'll turn off the game and cry myself to
Yeah,
sleep.
yeah, it'll be a bummer,
But yeah, man, go Lions. It's exciting for the city, exciting for the whole state, just the whole country, man's behind the Lions. It's really exciting to see, man. Turn on national media and they're just gassing the Lions. So it's sweet, man.
Oh yeah.
Hope you guys hopefully we get a dub next Tuesday Or Wednesday here, we're talking some football. We're talking about Lions going to the NFC Championship game.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. All right, we
That's it.
will. We'll see you guys next week. Go Lions,
All right.
baby. See ya. Bye.